Welcome to Awesome Sauce, the show where Yes TV staff takes a break from work to try some hot sauces and have some conversation. Today's topic is travel. So first of all, tell me your travel history. Where have you guys been?
So I've been to Germany and Prague, which was an awesome trip. Lots of history there. Something that I've just loved doing is doing like major cities in the US and doing baseball games there and touring around that way.
Are you road tripping to these cities in the US or are you flying?
Road tripping.
Nice.
Yeah, the car trip. You gotta do it.
For sure.
You gotta do it right with the playlist.
That's pretty much all I've ever done is road tripping. I've only been to Canada and the US, but I've been to almost 40 states. Nowhere out of North America, but a lot of North America.
That's the thing with me, like I've been to Hawaii, California, the States, always flying. I've wanted to road trip, like, do that long week drive all the way to California, just, checking out the Grand Canyon, but I've never had a chance to.
One day.
One day. I've had the privilege of being able to go to, I think, about 28 different countries or so, backpacking through Europe, and then living out in Asia gave me the opportunity to kind of use that as my hotspot and then jump to different places.
Well, and it's crazy how in North America, I can drive for 10 hours and not be out of Ontario.
Exactly.
But in Asia, Europe, you can hit 5 countries in 10 hours.
Yeah.
Our first sauce is Ancho Morita. It will be mild and hopefully tasty.
Looks kind of like a barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's very dark, very thick.
Okay.
There is a barbecue element for sure. A little smoky.
Can I try it again?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also hungry, so there we go.
I like the sourness of it too, a little bit. There's that sour undertone.
I don't usually like smoky, but it's got a good flavor. Well-rounded.
It's sweet, it's sour, and it's smoky.
I really like it.
I actually do too.
Yeah, nothing's overpowering.
And the heat is like perfect. Let's rate it out of 10 yeses, the Ancho and Morita.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. I really liked the flavor. The only thing that wasn't my favorite, I found it kind of vinegary.
I like how it is bold and balanced, but I did find it, to your point, kind of too vinegary. But I'm gonna give it a 9.
I'll give it an 8 as well. It was really good, and it kind of had everything. It was just a little bit too barbecue-y for me. If it was just a little bit less barbecue saucy, it'd be a little bit higher. All right, so we've talked about where we've been. Let's talk about where we are hopefully going. What is your dream vacation?
Road tripping to see the Grand Canyon. It's very basic sounding, but I really wanted to do.
I've been to the Grand Canyon,
Same.
and standing there, it still looks like a painting or a screensaver. Like, it's so surreal.
See, it just gave me goosebumps. Let's see.
It's true. For me, I want a beach vacation, but I also want Europe. So Nice is where my dream vacation is.
It's a good choice.
And this is gonna sound super cliche. I love just the idea of going to Hawaii. I know everyone says that, but I think it would be romantic and warm and just a really fun vacation.
My wife has been to Hawaii twice, so the likelihood of me going to Hawaii again is probably not as likely. But I would love to continue traveling, seeing another continent like South America, but also having a 3-month-old. Maybe not going to happen. So that's why I mentioned earlier, going when you're younger and you have that opportunity, take advantage.
Like looking over.
It's funny because my dentist was telling me, floss your teeth and also travel a lot when you're in your 20s. So actually, I don't floss a lot still, but I travel a lot now.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Our second sauce of the day is the green Verde hot sauce. It is from Heartbreaking Dawn, and I don't know about you guys, but I usually like green hot sauces.
Yeah?
Yeah, jalapeno.
Right.
I do like jalapeno flavor. Let's see if it lives up to the color.
Sure. Go ahead.
It wasn't very strong to me.
It's a little watered down.
I think that's the reason.
It
I
is
couldn't get as much
water.
on there as the previous sauce.
It tastes good. The flavor just isn't as bold.
Difficult to pick it apart in terms of what the flavor of the ingredients are because it's so thin.
You know what? It's actually not hot enough for me to be hot sauce. I would expect it to have a little more punch.
I think if it was a bit stronger taste, like the same taste, just stronger, it would be a very good sauce.
Yeah.
You know what would enhance that sauce so much is cilantro. A kick of cilantro in it would take it from like a blah to a raw. I don't know. I couldn't think of a word.
That worked.
Let's rate it out of 10 yeses, the green Verde hot sauce.
5.
3 for me. Pretty underwhelming.
Are we doing hands for everything?
Oh.
6. If it was on the table, I would eat it, but I wouldn't seek it out.
For me, I'm going to give it a 3.
So talked about where we've been, where we're going. Now maybe for people who have trips planned, what tips would you give to people about travel?
Depending on who you're going with, try to be flexible if you can. For example, if you're going to Europe, have where you would like to go, but maybe have the option of going to a different city or a different country because it's available. Once you start traveling and you start speaking to people, you can learn that there's other places that you may not have even known about.
The locals know.
Locals know.
My travel advice would be to spend the money on your vacation on the things that are most important to you. So if it's food, then spend your budget on the food. Don't worry about the accommodation so much. You don't have to spend a fortune on a great trip. Just pick the things that are important to you and invest your money in those things.
In my travels, I should have taken less pictures and just enjoy the moment. Don't care about the perfect angle. Just be there and be the angle.
More mental pictures, less
Yes.
digital pictures.
The wisdom from John Mayer would be stop trying to fit the world into a picture frame.
One last thing just about traveling with kids is to set your expectations up for it to not be a vacation but a trip. Trips, you can still have a good experience, but relaxing, leave the kids at home.
Our third and final and hottest sauce comes from Karma Sauce. It is called Funken Hot. Funken Hot.
Funky.
Very important to pronounce that correctly.
All right, here we go.
Ooh,
It's sweet.
a sweet hot.
It is sweet. Okay.
Wow, yeah,
There's almost like a brown sugar kind of sweet.
more heat than I expected.
Okay.
To compare what you had said before about putting that on a pound of wings, you probably couldn't put that on a pound of wings.
No,
you
definitely
could,
not.
but you would regret it quickly. But does anyone, I have the desire to actually dip it again
Yeah.
because it tasted that good. My mouth is already burning, so I don't know if that's a good idea.
Let's do it.
Do it.
But it tastes, it's delicious.
Okay, let's rate it out of 10 yeses. The Karma Sauce Funken Hot.
It tasted good, so I want to go 8. But it's spicy enough that you can't have too much, so then I want to go 6. So why don't we just sit with a 7?
Nice flavor off the top, but then kind of disappointing afterwards. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
It's funky and uncomfortable. So I'm gonna give it a 6 because I didn't like the flavor, but it did its job spice-wise.
I'm gonna go with a 7 as well. I thought it tasted really good. I like that sweet, which is rare in a really hot sauce. That's it for this episode of Awesome Sauce. We talked travel, we talked where we've been, where we're going, and tips for you when you go somewhere. So comment below, let us know where you want to see, where you've been. Subscribe to our channel for new videos every Wednesday, new sauces, new conversation topics. You don't want to miss it. Thanks.